the things that I wanted to start with, given Elon Musk's recent takeover of Twitter, is whether he is a distinct and discrete category of a billionaire. How is he different? How is he the same? And how will Elon Musk's position at Twitter alter your position on Twitter?
Well, that remains to be seen. I'm still banned.
Good question.
So that hasn't changed. I mean, he's
Oh, this is he's unbanned now. He was unbanned a while ago. November 2nd. Yep, this is November 2nd. He's been unbanned, so he's good.
suggested that he might reinstate Trump. Whether or not that means he'd reinstate me is a matter of question. It isn't obvious to me that the people who run the social media networks know exactly how to regulate them with any degree of utility. You know, I've probably read 100,000 comments online, or maybe more, and I've tried to read them with a psychologist's eye. And there are some things going on online that are, I think, that actually pose a threat to the integrity of the culture itself. The biggest problem that I can see is that the large online platforms allow anonymous troll demons to rampage through society with no cost to themselves. And I can identify these people quite accurately now. This will make a number of the people who are watching and listening uncomfortable because they'll be in the list of people who do this sort of thing. So the first thing is they have an anonymous name. The second thing is the anonymous name usually has something psychologically significant about it in a very negative direction. So it's self-denigrating, or it's demonic, or it's otherwise offensive.
Like Musty Man 226, something like that. I get what he's saying. Like a very negative, caricature of themselves or somebody else, or anything really. So that makes sense. Yeah.
Offensive, and purposefully so. And then the people who are utter cowards, likely to be narcissists and Machiavellians, resentful people sitting in their basement at home, dwelling on their misery and doing everything they can to spew toxicity out into the world. Alone in their bedrooms, they're just isolated people who aren't causing any trouble. But as soon as they multiply themselves millions of times using this incredible, powerful computer technology, they're not even human anymore. In my estimation, they're literally a demonic force. And I mean that in a technical sense, right?
Okay.
You and I aren't exactly you and I in this conversation because we're amplified hundreds of times or thousands of times or hundreds of thousands of times.
That
and
makes
so
sense.
we're not just human. We're androids in some sense operating in a virtual space. And these online trolls have that power because they have access to an audience that they would never gather by their own merits. They are saying things that are derisive and inflammatory and that would absolutely 100% get them punched if they ever said it in public.
That's true. I will say that. That's true. But I mean, is it like ruining the internet? Aren't these like the people that started the internet? Like anonymous troll people? Like, isn't that like what the internet just was before people like, Jordan Peterson, like regular people got on? I don't know. I think that's a bit overreacting. But at the same time, I get what he's saying. Like keyboard warriors is what they call them. Keyboard warriors. I get that part. He might be irritated by it. But except I think somebody of his caliber could ignore it. But who am I to say that? He gets, like you said, hundreds of thousands of comments. Who am I to say that? So who knows? I might have a different perspective once I blow up, because I will. But yeah.
Imagine that there's a hierarchy of unconstrained people, and there's a variety of people who are very unconstrained, but in normal social discourse would be able to keep themselves under control because of the controls that are there in normal social discourse. You lift those controls and they just go off. And so that's what we're seeing online. And that has to be stopped. I think the large tech companies should be required to put in know your customer laws. They should ban anonymous accounts, but in this way. Imagine that you have a section for comments where it's real human beings that are
I seen him on Twitter today. He did not say this. He said, "Where have I ever said that I wanted to ban anonymous accounts?" He just kind of said it right now. Just saying. He like this is, like I said, November 2nd. So this is like, a whole month ago. Except he going on like a whole like a Twitter rant about this specific topic. And up in a rant, he said that they should be separate. Anonymous should be separate from the real people. But then people are like, oh, so you want to ban this and that? He was like, what did I ever say that? You just said it kind of right here. I do want to say that. I like Jordan Peterson. I agree with Jordan Peterson on a lot of takes. Really not the specific one right here. And I don't think that he realized that he said this up in his interview when he was asked that specific question in his Twitter comments. But yeah, let's keep going.
verified. And you have another section underneath that's for anonymous troll demons. And if you want to go visit their hell and see what their resentful minds are spewing into the public landscape, then you can. Otherwise, you stick to the real human beings. And I don't know if Musk and the other people who are running the big social media networks understand the pathology that's associated with this online commentary well enough to control it. So we'll see.
What I would like to draw your attention to.
Okay. Let's see. All right, that was it for this portion of the video. If you guys want to watch the full video, it will be in the link in the description below. But this was Jordan Peterson talking about trolls, anonymous people. I think that is a good discussion that could be had. I think that it's, at the end of the day, I do think that trolls will be trolls, and you should definitely keep them on the internet because they do make the internet kind of fun too. They're annoying sometimes, but at the same time, they make stuff fun. When people are rude and when people are rash, it's a bit, it's just funny to me. I don't know. Some things aren't funny, some things are, you know, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is the internet. And to say that he should, like, that Elon Musk or any of these other social media platforms should police this many people, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. But at the same time, who knows? That's just me, my personal opinion. You know, Jordan Peterson has his, I have mine. That's about it. With that being said, though, my name is Jay Dottie. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Peace.